I was sitting there with a smile a mile wide on my flight to LA. I was on that JetBlue Mint deal where you could watch all the games. How fun was Bengals Bills? I know that if you're a Bengals fan, you're like, it's not fun at all. We're out. We're not competitive anymore. And so, no, you have to appreciate Burrow. You have to appreciate Allen. And what Josh Allen did was just silly. I honestly feel this way. I know I'm the most pro NFL, giddy, love NFL guy, but like the fact that I am paid to talk and watch and be a pundit and get to see Josh Allen do the things that he did on Sunday, it makes me pinch myself. I know I'm the luckiest guy in the world. And anyone who tells you otherwise is like, Josh Allen was unbelievable on Sunday. So much so that I'm watching on the plane and cackling. The fourth down pass to Shakir, that's a touchdown. That is a 0% chance of a completion. He makes it. The run on the long third down, a 0% chance that other quarterbacks can do this. And then all the clutch plays late, all the big moments. Josh Allen's back. Josh Allen's alive, and it sets up an amazing game Sunday against the Patriots, where if the Patriots win, they are the hot team. If the Bills win, you better believe we'll be doing the MVP discussion around Josh Allen Monday morning. Because I don't know if Drake May sees that thing. I don't know if Matthew Stafford sees that thing. And MVP does matter. And if Josh Allen can find a way to take this team from where they were after that loss to Atlanta, where they were after that loss to New England, where they were after that loss just a couple Thursday nights ago to the Houston Texans, and just say, come on, I got you. Throw it on my back. I'm the MVP. I'm the best player in the league. Let me take us there, because that's what he did on Sunday. Yes, Benford makes the two huge plays on defense, but the Buffalo Bills are alive, and Josh Allen it played about as good a game as I could possibly imagine. NFL Films did an incredible job. They had the camera angle right behind Sean McDermott on the Khalil Shakir touchdown. If you haven't seen it, I tweeted it out. Go find it. It is awesome cinematography. It's Allen doing all the things he does. And yes, this is my Josh Allen. And he hits Shakir, and then it's McDermott right behind him, just like hugging him, like, yes, we did it. They're going to ride that guy. It's fantastic. The part I love about this season, though, is that there are teams that are defense first. The Packers, as good as Jordan Love is, and as much of an offensive coach Matt LaFleur is, they can be seen as a defensive first team, a team that shut down a Bears offense that ran for 1,000,000 yards. The Denver Broncos, as good as Bo Nix has had his moments in clutch spots and scored all those points against Washington, they are a defensive first team, where the strength of their team is their defense. I know Sean Payton's an offensive coach. If you want a true defensive team, though, that can flip this entire league, it's the Houston Texans. D'Amico Ryans is a defensive head coach, former player, of course, and a former defensive coach and coordinator. Matt Burke calls the defense, a name you're not hearing anywhere. Matt Burke, who's getting quiet head coaching buzz around the league, is a defensive coordinator and calls the defense for the Houston Texans. They had 3 interceptions in that game against the Kansas City Chiefs. But if you consider all the drops that the Chiefs had, you don't really look at them as drops. You look at them as pass breakups and the pressure that those Texans defenders put on them. You know, no one throws at Stingley anymore, so you don't even see him. And look how Petrie steps up, the one safety. Look how Bullock steps up, the other safety. And then look at Lassiter, who I think is fantastic at the other corner. This is a team that has 4 different defensive backs who have at least 4 interceptions on the year. You add that with the underneath defenders that are all hitters, and then you have this pass rush that could compete with anybody. And then CJ Stroud played wonderfully on a national spotlight on the road. I like Houston because they're built differently than everybody else. Hey, you know, Woody Marks and Nico Collins, these guys are good. And Nico Collins is a stud. And CJ Stroud is a second overall pick. Don't get me wrong, this is a defensive first team. And if they make a run, it's going to be interesting. The way the NFL has gone, where it's always been, the last 10 years, offense, quarterback, can your defense make a stop when it's needed? But if you don't have the offensive fireworks, you can't compete. You need Saquon going for 2,000 yards to win a Super Bowl. You need Mahomes to throw 50 touchdowns to get to the AFC Championship. If you can watch this Houston Texans team that all they got to do is score 20 points and they win games, it's a bit of a change of philosophy. Very interesting to see what they do over the next course of the next few weeks and what they do in the playoffs, because right now they're a wild card team. Yes, the Jacksonville Jaguars lead that division. Yes, the Jacksonville Jaguars. I watched that game against the Colts. I had my earpods in, watching him on the JetBlue flight. I watched it. I thought it was good. And I saw a version of Trevor Lawrence I had not seen yet before. Maybe his best football since that 2022 season where they went to the playoffs. And then I heard a version of Trevor Lawrence that I have not heard before. And it's one that I think comes from their head coach, who's got a little bit of that, I don't know, SOB in him. Yeah, Liam Cohen has got a little bit of that bite. And I think it's bleeding into Trevor Lawrence. We've seen a million Trevor Lawrence sound bites over our time covering the NFL and covering Trevor Lawrence back to college. Have we ever heard him like this? Take a listen to him in the post game.
I just think for our team, it's anything you can use as fuel, you use it. We know that it doesn't really matter what anybody says on the outside, but you use all that as fuel. And, I think we all feel like we're a really good team and probably don't get the credit we deserve. And everybody talks about every other team. And even in our own division, it's all these other teams that are going to go, win the division and do all these things. And nobody really cares about the Jags, which is fine. It's kind of just how it is. And we'll use that as a chip on our shoulder and keep playing. But it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, we got to go out there on Sunday and play well.
Yeah, I love that. Let's go, Trevor Lawrence. Bill Simmons calls this the nobody believes in us team. Trevor Lawrence, that's where whether or not people believe in you or not, it's secondary. In that building, they start saying, hey, no one's talking about us. Everyone's obsessed with the Texans. Everyone's talking about the Colts. What about us? What about us? I like that from Trevor Lawrence.